In 2018, there were more than 447,000 diagnoses of sexually transmitted infections made in England. That's according to a government report. Better to Know, a worldwide testing company for STIs, shares some insight into concerns here in York.
Better to Know is the world's leading provider of private sexual health testing services. We have over 5,000 clinics around the world, but we major in the UK, so our head office is based here, and we have 375 clinics across the UK, including one in York. Mike and I set up Better to Know because we were speaking to our friends about how they got sexual health testing, and they found it very frustrating that the only way that they could do it was to go to a gum clinic where they had to wait in line and give their name, and that wasn't what they wanted to do it when they reached a certain age. And then coupled with that, we found that there's over 500,000 people in England getting tested for an STI every month. So we thought there must be a better way to be able to provide sexual health testing services to those who perhaps didn't want to wait in line and get their results, and maybe take a couple of weeks to get those results.
With some people afraid to visit their GP or sexual health clinic in fears of embarrassment, Better to Know provide at-home testing kits.
What we want to do is provide an excellent service to all our patients. It's tailored and personalised. However you want to have your STI test, we will do that for you. So if you don't want to give us your real name, you don't want to give us any contact details, that's absolutely fine. You can phone us whenever you want and we'll let you know an update on your results without us having to contact you.
With chlamydia testing being carried out on children as young as 15, Michael Asher explains how he has seen the rise of transmitted infections.
Sexually transmitted infections are on the rise worldwide. It's a real and growing problem. And even though we tend to associate some sexual health problems like syphilis with ancient times and sailors coming from far-flung ports, actually rates of syphilis are almost at an all-time high. So it's a real problem. They have real impacts on people's health. And if we can help individuals to manage those risks, then we think we're contributing to a better world and to a better society.
What STI statistics can be found here in York?
York's interesting. Testing for things like chlamydia, gonorrhea, which are common bacterial STIs, are about running at the national average, as is testing for things like syphilis. HIV testing rates in York, however, are surprisingly low, and that's a concern. HIV is thankfully not that common, but when it does occur, it's a serious health problem. And the important thing with HIV is testing for it and finding it quickly. The earlier you find HIV and diagnose it, the earlier you can get onto treatment, and the better your long-term health outcome. So really it's one of those things. Find out about it quickly, get yourself on the treatment, and you'll be fine for the rest of your life.
So why has the number of sexually transmitted infections increased?
I think that's driven by two factors. One factor is that the public services are under an awful lot of pressure. So budget cuts. Some years ago, the provision of sexual health services moved from the traditional health services to local authorities. Local authority budgets are under a great deal of pressure and are being cut. Health services, including sexual health services, are being reduced and cut, making access much more difficult for individuals. So that's one driving factor. But I think there's increasing awareness about sexual health also amongst people, and that the greater awareness of the need and the importance of getting tested is also driving more people to get themselves tested.
With the number of diagnoses at high, Better to Know are aiming to tackle those statistics and make testing an easy experience while preventing long-term illnesses. Caroline Davies, That's TV.